Welcome once again, and today I'll be taking you through different types of titles that we have in this country since colonial times up to post-independent times, and be able to explain to you what we have currently and what it means. And just know that I'll be just giving simple terms that any person can be able to understand on the streets. I won't be using the legal terms. I leave that to our learned friends to be able to take that us through. This video is just to help you as a layman down there to be able to understand what is a title deed, what types of title deeds do we have in this country, so that when you want to purchase a property, you can be able to understand on what you expect in terms of title deeds. Let me also remind you that a title deed is one of the most important documents when you're purchasing land, because it is the only legal tender that you have that shows that that property belongs to you and you have the rights over that particular property. So I'll just mention a few of these particular titles that have been in existence, and then bring you to date on what we have. One, we have what we call absolute title deed. For absolute title deed, this one is based on the Registration Act of Cap 300, which is repealed for freehold land. We also have Certificate of Lease, which is a registration under Registration Act Cap 300 also, repealed for leasehold land. We have what we call sessional title. For sessional title, they are kind of the title deeds that you are given if you buy a unit within a building. And a good example is what people get when they buy an apartment. We have certificate of title. This is a grant which is issued as a result of subdivision of land, and that particular land haven't done what we call change of user. We have what we call also government grant. And government grant is based on registration of titles, Act Cap 281, repealed also, and also County Council grant under the Trust Land Act, Cap 288. Another one is what we call indenture, and this title under the Government Land Act, Cap 280. Most of the titles that you have or that you will come across, you'll get these particular names, and where you don't have the particular name, you'll get the cap that I've mentioned. It is always indicated somewhere in your title. However, I want you to note that from when we passed the Land Registration Act of the year 2012, all these were able to be brought down to two categories. One of them being a leasehold, and the other one being a freehold. And let me start with the freehold, because most people call me asking for land which is freehold. Freehold is a land, also it is known as agricultural land, other people will call it ancestral land, simply because it doesn't have time limits. Freehold land is yours and you don't have to do any renewal at any given point. You just need to pay your rates faithfully under your county government, or what we used to call municipality. When it comes to leasehold, it has time limits. And it's good also to note that from 1st of September 2009 is when these are under the constitution, the new constitution that we have. It's good to note that even the land that we had with the leaseholds for 999 years, all of them were reviewed to 99 years. However, it doesn't mean that every leasehold has to be of 99 years. We have leaseholds of 33 years. We have leaseholds of 50 years. We equally have leaseholds of 66 years, and which all of them are recognized by law. So what is the difference between the two categories? The difference is simple. One, In leasehold, you have a time limit. In freehold, you don't have a time limit. Then when it comes to leasehold, you pay rent and rates. But when it comes to freehold, you pay rates only. So this is the difference between two. And I would like to also let our people know, it doesn't mean simply because you have a leasehold that the government will come for your land, because I've had a lot of people with those fears. No. After the 99 years, the government renews your lease as far as the land is under use. The only problem is if the land is not under use. So that is the only difference that we have. I hope I've been able to put it in the simplest terms, in a layman's language, so that you can be able to understand. Thank you for your continued questions to do with real estate and property ownership, and we'll be here to help as much as we can, as also we plan to bring professionals on board to address these issues better. Thank you so much. In case of any questions, any comment, feel free to bring them down here so that we can be able to discuss and also address these different issues in our coming videos. Cheers.